So, hi, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about raising, independent kids. So, people who live in poverty, they have a tendency to have this thinking that they need somebody else to help them or they can't make it. So they rear children that grow up thinking, I need somebody else or I can't make it. And this way of thinking is actually training those children to end up in prison, is actually where it's training them to go. And let me explain the reason for my thinking. Teaching a child that they need someone else to be able to make a decision or to be able to make it is actually teaching them that they need something that they can't have. Usually whenever people are in a position and they need to get out of that position, like they find themselves in a rough spot, that spot, they're usually alone in that spot. I mean, I can think back over times in my life where I've been in a really, really rough, tough spot. I never had anyone in that spot with me that said, let me share your burden. Just tell me your problems. Let me carry your problems for you. Here, let me give you money and let me solve this for you and let me fix this for you. That doesn't exist. I'm not saying that we don't have blessings, that help us along the way. But usually, whenever we're in a tough spot with our backs against the wall, and we're in between a rock and a hard place, we're usually in that spot alone. And that's where this important principle comes into play. I want you to listen to me, and I want you to listen to me very carefully. You don't need someone else to help you to get out of that spot. You can do it all by yourself. You can make that choice. You can make that decision all by yourself. You can say, I'm me. I'm an individual, and I'm going to make the choice. I'm going to make the decision that I need to make to get out of this. Now, I mean, by you making the choice and the decision to get out of it and you doing what you can, yeah, others might, pitch in and help, but probably not if they think that they're helping somebody who's hit rock bottom. If somebody thinks that you're at rock bottom, they're probably not going to help you. But if somebody thinks that you're doing what you can and you're rocking out and you're rocking along and you're doing what you can, but you're not making ends meet, then somebody might help out. That's usually when people will help out. More people will help you out if you can show that you are doing a really good job and you are headed in a really good direction. More people will get on board and help you if you can show that that things are going good and that you're headed in a good direction. If people think that, their money is just going to fall by the wayside, or their time or their efforts are just, going to fall by the wayside and you're going to fail anyway, they're not going to help you. People are not going to help if they think you're at rock bottom. You can't tell people that you're at rock bottom. Like, you can't. And I know that treatment facilities would disagree with me, but I'm going to say, if you're looking for help out of a situation, you can't let people know that you're at rock bottom. People need to know that if they're going to spend their hard-earned money and their precious time, that's really important, and their effort and their strength to help you out of a situation, they need to know that you're headed in a really good situation. situation in a really good direction. They need to know that their money is not just going to be wasted, that their time is not just going to be wasted on somebody that's going to fail anyways. So the point that I'm trying to make here is you can do this. You can get out of your situation. You can make that choice. You can make that decision. It's nobody else's choice but yours. It's nobody else's responsibility to make the choice except yours. If I can stress anything, please don't ever teach your children that someone owes them something, because the danger in that is that they'll stay in a bad situation and they'll stay in a bad place waiting for that someone to come help them out of it, and that person is never going to come. It's just, it doesn't happen in the universe. It doesn't happen when somebody has their back against the wall. They find a way out on their own. That's how they get out of it. Somebody doesn't just come and help them out of it. And if they're waiting, they're always going to be waiting. They're always going to be waiting for somebody to come and offer that hand and say, come on, let me lift you up out of your situation. That is not going to happen. It's never, ever going to come. And, let's just say you disagree with me. Let's just say you say, Heather, I believe that you're wrong. I believe that is going to happen for me, and that somebody is going to come and they are going to pull me up out of my situation, and they're going to set me on my own 2 feet and set me on my way. Let's just say that, okay, what if you're right and what if I'm wrong? Well, then I've just taught people to equip themselves and to be strong enough to pull themselves up out of a situation, and not to sit around and wait for something that might not come. What's the harm in that? There's more harm, I believe, in sitting around and waiting for that person that's going to come help me out of my situation, and they never come. Because that person is never going to get out. They're just going to be sitting around waiting for a rescue boat that's not going to come. But if they equip themselves to get themselves out of the situation, and they take small steps towards large goals until one day they have built an entire lifeboat, then once that boat is complete, they can leave the deserted island and they can go back to civilization. Thanks, have a great day.